What's up guys, how's it going, and welcome to the Mina channel. Today we have another video, another discussion here today, and basically this is just more on the broader sense. This is not just about Shin Megami Tensei 5 or about Nocturne or Persona 5 Strikers, but just basically about JRPGs in general on 2021. So recently, a few days ago, the Game Awards, if you don't know what that is, basically this award ceremony where they basically just celebrate gaming as a whole in the Western market or whatever. And we looked at a list of the nominees for the Games of the Year, and not only one thing that resounded to me was the fact that a lot of people were commenting that this year was not a good year for gaming, quote, dry, because it didn't have a lot of games, like a lot of good games. And me and a lot of people on Twitter were like, no, this was a great year for gaming. We had an amazing list of games that released this year that were really good. And the more I thought about it, the more I say, well, yes, but this was a year for JRPGs. We had a lot of JRPGs, from action RPGs to turn-based RPGs to more of the mixed hybrid between different types of RPGs. But basically, JRPGs this year had probably one of the best years in a lot of times. I mean, we're talking about things like Shin Megami Tensei 5, Nocturne, Scarlet Nexus, Tales of Arise, the Monster Hunter series had 2 games. And, well, really just even more games than that. I mean, Persona 5 Strikers, NIER, The World Ends With You. This is just a never-ending list of games that came out this year on like the JRPG types, Y series as well. And while I was thinking that, I was like, yeah, this was a great year of games. Like, in general, whether you're a fan of a lot of different games or not, at least I guess you can look at the list and say, yeah, JRPGs had a really good year this year. And not only that, but Japanese games in general. There was a lot of games that I didn't mention in the JRPG series, but I mean, their Japanese games in general just had a really good year. And just looking at the list and looking at things like that, it just made me think of how lucky we were as JRPG fans, because honestly, a lot of times you have to wait for a sequel for a lot of these games. Shin Megami Tensei 5 took like 5-6 years maybe in development. We have things like NIER, The World Ends With You, that, I mean, The World Ends With You came out a long ass time ago, so we finally get a new game. Tales of series, also same thing. You know, we don't get a lot of games every day. So honestly, this was a game, games of quality. Every single one of these games that I mentioned, from what I played, or whether I finished them or played them for some kind of amount of time, I was really happy with them. Honestly, this year is gonna be really hard for me even pick at Game of the Year, although Shin Megami Tensei 5 is kind of winning the race there. But there was just so many games that I just saw and thought about, and I'm like, yeah, this is such a good year for games. This is a fantastic year. This is probably one of the best years that we had for RPGs in a long time. And it just kind of brings me, well, what's gonna come from there? Because JRPGs are increasing popularity, particularly in the West, and it makes me think that future years is just gonna increasingly getting better. But I'm also hoping that this also shows the West that these games are just as good as any other game of the sorts, whether it's a Sony game or an Xbox game or even a Nintendo game or anything. And maybe this hopefully opens the market more for more JRPGs. As a JRPG fan, somebody that grew up with games like Final Fantasy, Tales of, and the Y series, and many more JRPGs, it's just kind of really cool to kind of see more popularity catching up and everything. So honestly, all in all, congratulations to really everybody in all the Japanese developers. Everybody's been working on these games, because I see the numbers, I see the sales, I see how good they're doing, and this can only go better for them. And because that means better sales means more games and definitely better, amazing experiences for parents. So let me know in the comments down below, what was your favorite JRPG this year? Again, there was a big list of games that came out this year, but I really want to hear what your thoughts about this are. Thanks so much for watching this, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.